ready to stop. First to 5.
Noppon
Noppon
Saengkham to break.
Saengkham is going to get us underway. Mike Allett alongside me. Well, as I say, Mike, it's still snooker. It's just slightly abridged version of it.
It is. It's more fast and furious, isn't it? But as you say, David, the Reds get open pretty quickly. There's an immediate chance here for Mark as well. Noppon catches the blue off the break, and these frames can be over pretty quickly, actually. If the player gets in amongst the black spot, of course. There's Mark Selby, the world number 2. Oh, that was a chance. Hang on. Oh, he's just flicked off that other red and he's fluked it. That was a bit of a bonus.
Well, a nice way to start with a fluke.
Good signs ahead. Well, this will certainly split the other 3 having when he pots this one.
8. 9.
It's the thing with this 6 reds game, you know, you can have really quick frames. This one looks like it might be one, but of course you can also have long safety battles as you would do in a normal game. It's just a question really how the balls go, and it wasn't a good break-off shot.
No, and immediately with that, and Mark potting that previous red has opened up the other 3, so this is already a winning opportunity in the opening frame, although be it by a fluke.
17.
Highest possible break 75, of course, with just 6 reds. We could well see one here.
24.
So that break-off shot looks like it's cost him the frame already.
Yes, welcome to the world of professional snooker.
Although obviously the fluke as well was pretty crucial, because these could have been Noppons.
$32. 33.
So taking a pink, it won't be a 6 reg maximum.
And with the group phases like this and the amount of matches involved, look at Noppon in the chair. This
39.
you can see a few chalk marks already on the table. That was obviously through the previous matches. They decided not to sort of brush
40.
and pad them between the matches. There wouldn't be enough time for that, so they will do after the session is finished. So it's a quick on-off situation actually here with these group matches. But again, 6 reds, best of 9. They don't take too long.
47.
This opening frame hasn't.
49. Selby,
wow.
49.
Well, he doesn't clear the table, but it doesn't matter. So the break-off shot wasn't good. He caught the blue. Mark Selby flew to red. He's made 49, and this frame already over. We did say it was fast and furious. It's certainly how it's proved in the opening frame. Mark Selby leading 1-0. Well, we're just underway in frame 2, and Mark Selby has done what Noppon Saengkham did in the first frame, which is catch the blue on the break-off shot, although it doesn't look quite as problematic for him in terms of leaving a red on, but that's rather odd to see that 2 frames running. It's 1-0 to Selby here. Well, not great. Didn't even reach the baulk line.
Yes, he's offered up a pot here and he can stun over for the black.
1.
Well, good pot again by Mark Selby. He's banging in once more. And just look at the reds. I mean, this might be a quick frame as well. So if you're thinking of making a sandwich or having a cup of tea, you'll have to make it pretty quick.
Yes, it was sorry, Mike. It was a poor
8.
safety, but of course he had no table time in the first frame. All he did was break off, so
Yeah.
maybe just hasn't quite got used to the table yet.
Yeah, and the difference here is that the blue's off the spot, so Mark's going to have to play on a baulk colour. Go down to the end of the table.
9.
Just a quick look at that, the 2 reds, the one that's nearest to us, as we look. Just a quick look, see if that one goes to the right corner. So see which side of the table he comes down here with the cue ball. So obviously that one does go. And that's pretty good. Could have done with a fraction more,
11.
but he can get himself onto the black. And of course, that will open up another red as well, although it's stuck to the pink. But within a couple of shots here, this could be another frame-winning chance for Mark Selby to make it 2-0.
12.
He's such a tough match player, this guy. Whatever the competition is, he just wants to play, wants to win. Mind you, to be honest, nobody got near Ronnie O'Sullivan in the Paul Hunter Classic in Germany. He was superb that
19.
weekend.
He was. He played terrifically well. In fact, he beat Selby in the semi-final, 4-2. But I think
20.
well, that's not great. I was going to say one of his great strengths is he treats every tournament the same. Even this is not a ranking event, but he'll be trying his best. But didn't play that one so well.
But disappointed there because the other 2 reds were open, and all he needed was
Yellow
good
ball.
position on the black. So this young man will get another chance, although it could be tucked in behind the blue here.
Mark Selby 20.
Well, that's not very kind, is it?
Well, as I was saying, this is not the World 15 Red Championship, but Snooker inputs the yellow safe. It's going to be tough for this young man today.
Well, there's Hawkeye's view, and I don't think that is very inviting. He'll have to come off the side cushion, and of course it will all be about the contact on the red. He could leave things on here for Mark just to clinch this one. Well, that was the non-hitting area. He can't get between the brown and the blue. He's going the more difficult way. He's trying to hit these full. It would have been a clever shot if he'd have got that right, but doesn't want that to go too
Oh,
far.
missed.
The
Mark
miss has
Selby.
been called. It might go back, but there is a pot on here for Mark Selby. I could see the idea coming the other way. He could have easily pushed the red on, but unfortunately for him, he's gone too narrow with the cue ball. And now Mark does
1.
have the chance to clinch this second frame.
Eight. 9. 15.
So, Noppon Saengkham, if you didn't know before, knows now this is a tough assignment today. Needs 3
Mark Selby
snookers to
15.
tie. He's going to carry on. He's not had a lot of table time, full stop so far.
I think the beauty as well, that David, with the groups, isn't it? You can still pick, you have a loss. I mean, okay, there's some great players in groups, but I mean, you have a loss, you can still pick it up later on. And who knows, there is 4 out the group to qualify. So, yes, we knew this was going to be a toughie, as there are other players in the group. But, there are other players that he might be able to get results against and just get himself through.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think probably best to get Mark Selby out of the way first, because it'll be the toughest match he plays. He needs the snookers, but Mark Selby may have snookered him there. Don't know whether he can get through the gap. He's having a look. Well, he can, but put it this way, you're going to have to get 3 really good snookers here to stand any chance of winning this frame. Yes, the other players, well, Andrew Higginson is the other top professional in the group, and Christian Helgeson, former pro, not seen him for years, but He's here. Adrian Ridley from Australia, Ahmed Galal from Egypt. So on paper, you would think Saengkham would qualify, but of course we're not playing on paper.
Well, great attempt, just a little bit on the thin side, but it is cuttable, and I think if this goes in, it's definitely end of frame.
Two.
Should be.
So his opponent has not potted a ball yet.
Mark Selby 2.
You know, Mark Selby's going to give it his all. He's not here for a holiday. He's here to win, and he's already won the first 2 frames of this group match here in Bangkok. He only needs 3 more, and he will be the winner. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back with frame 3. Mark Selby leading 2-0. Well, it's certainly better.
It's slightly a harder break-off shot as well, Dave, isn't it? Because you haven't got the end of the pack, the end of the red, the 15 reds. It's, you know, it's a shorter triangle, so it's going to come off the reds a little bit more narrow. So you're having to put extra side on to avoid the blue.
Yes, it's a slightly different shot, I guess, than they're used to.
Mark's left that one on then. Well, this is the first real chance and that Noppon has had to put his hand on the board, well, put his hand on the table and get some points on the board, I should say. Although the black's tied up, so he's going to have to go back for the blue. Well, there's the distances. Might be able to attempt to try and nudge the black out. And he's gone around for the blue, so he has got his first point on the board then. Just a little short of pace, I think, for the blue. Intended blue to the middle. But he's got it to the corner. I just wonder whether he's got a good angle here to screw directly back into these reds near the pink spot. I think it looks pretty good. Oh, he's got too much. Well, that's I can only assume he has played on that red, which is a good shot. But again, the pink and the black tied up. Be a good shot if he tries to nudge the red away from the black. That's a great shot. Well played. Well, it's obvious that he's got the shots, and now he's got the chance. And it's the world number 2 sits in his chair for the first time so far in this match.
Well, he knows he's got to take this chance because Selby's played really well so far. But he's made one mistake here. Will it cost him this 3rd frame?
Poor shot. Went for the cannon. It was easier to play on the red to the other side, of course.
14.
Had to be careful. He was quite close to that, to the black. Didn't want to push it. So it's only a safety shot now. That's a good one if it keeps running. Not quite enough. Again, there's a chance here for Mark Selby to this left corner pocket.
So at this point, it just becomes like any other frame of snooker, really. It's a safety play. Just imagine that we got rid of the first 11 reds, and there's only 14 points in it. Oh, cracking pot.
1. Mark Selby 1.
Well, he'll be a little bit annoyed with himself there. That was, again, wasn't a great shot, trying to lay the snooker behind the brown. It's fairly safe, but obviously Mark looking to put his opponent in trouble. Well, again, the safety not quite good enough. This is an obvious chance. I was about to say he's fluked one in that pocket already.
Yes, I think that would have been a little bit cruel, frankly, if that had gone in. Did its best in the end. Just rattled the jaws.
Well, they say that you can't transfer side onto an object ball, but obviously you can, because that was the example. When it came off that side cushion, it came back at a different angle.
1.
It's a nice little shot, one off the other. Well, needs to slow down, and I think he's snookered
6.
himself. There's always the chance of that coming down that side of the table with the cue ball. Well, there's no pot on there, so he's got to find a good safety off the other red. Well, I suppose he could just play cushion first here and just play the safety that way.
Noppon Saengkham 6.
Well, that was a clever shot. Mark's got to be careful here. He could go around this red. Well played, caught the right side of it. But he's left it on. This is a chance. Not quite controlled this frame as he did the first two. Well, a good pot on the red, but he's still got the problem of the other one. And I would suggest try and lay a snooker here. Play off the yellow. Let Mark open up this final red. Well, that's a very clever shot, pushing the blue safe. Bit of maturity there. So top cushion then. This red could finish anywhere. Well, there you go. I think it will go past the black.
Well, red and the black should do it for Saengkham.
One.
Just 17 when he won the World Under-21 Championship in 2009, so he's got a good amateur pedigree. He's trying to find his way on the Pro Tour.
And he's played a good frame here. Didn't have much chance in the first two, but stuck at it in this one. That should give him a little bit of a lift.
10.
Well, it's certainly going to be his frame now. Didn't pot a ball in the first two, but this has been much better from him. So Mark Selby has his wings clipped here.
$13. Noppon Saengkham 13. End the frame.
Yes, he played a good frame in the end, and he has won it. And the local fans happy to see that. So Noppon Saengkham gets his name on the scoreboard. Mark Selby leading 2-1. Don't forget it's first to 5 who wins this group match. We're back after the break with frame 4.
See a totally different break-off shot there from Mark Selby. It's not a bad finish either. He's clipped off them just with centre ball striking instead of the usual lots of side and swinging the cue ball around the angles. But just look where that's finished.
Foul and miss. Mark Selby 4.
Well, the miss has been called, but he won't take it because obviously there was a pot on.
One.
Well, again, it's going to be one of those. He pots this, splits the other 4, and this frame might be over pretty rapid if he gets this one right. Well, he's lost a cue
9.
ball. Unless he takes the black onto the centre, he's going to have to play a safety shot here. Just a little bit too much bat spin.
Round ball. Mark Selby 9.
Mark Selby clearly among the favourites here, but of course Mark Davis is defending champion, and he won it last year for the second time. He'd won it originally in Ireland, Killarney, and last year came through again, beat Sean Murphy in the final. So Mark Davis in Group A. Interesting to see how he gets on this week. Judd Trump's here, Neil Robertson, Sean Murphy, Steve Maguire, Stuart Bingham, John Higgins, Ricky Walden, Barry Hawkins. So some real big hitters have made the trip. Plus a couple of veterans as well, Steve Davis, Jimmy White, and of course James Watanabe, Thailand's greatest ever player. You can just see him on the poster there in the background.
That could be costly. Just caught the red a little bit on the thin side, catching the black. And Mark already with a 13-point lead here.
One.
Obviously, I keep saying it's a much quicker game. We've not been playing too long. All of a sudden, getting towards the end of the fourth frame.
Five.
I think what 6 reds is good for is getting particularly young people involved in snooker. Not everyone wants to play a 15 red frame, which might take the best part of an hour if you're just starting off, but this is a good way to, I think, learn the rudiments of snooker.
6.
Well, he still needs the other red.
11.
He's gone to try and nudge it.
12.
Unlucky. Just hoping to push it over that middle pocket. Now he's got the problem. I thought he might sort of play on the blue, possibly the double. There's some of the dignitaries here in Bangkok. Part of the team that put this event together. And all the lads, they enjoy coming out to Thailand, Dave, don't they? Yeah, they are. The hospitality is second to none, really.
Well, it's a very friendly place, you know, and it's a bit more relaxing, certainly than some of the big ranking events where you get the extra pressure with points and so on.
Meanwhile, Mark Selby still has the problem of this final red, which he needs to clinch this fourth frame. Yeah, he was unlucky not to get the cannon correct and push the red in more into the open. I thought he might have just
17.
settled for the blue, possibly played the double. Now the big question is, will he go for this? This could rattle and leave things on. It's frame ball though, if it goes in. No, he's prepared to wait. That's a typical Mark Selby.
17.
He doesn't care how long it takes to win the frame or how many visits.
Yes, he's playing the percentages, isn't it? And well, he's played them pretty well down the years. Certainly did last season, winning the UK Championship and the Masters, of course, within a few weeks of one another.
Yes, massive disappointment for him there in the World Championship, going out early, looking for the Triple Crown. You never know, might do it all again this year. He's good enough. Will have the potential to do it all again. Don't get too many chances to win a Triple Crown though in our game, David. It's because there's so many good players around now.
Well, to win 2 of the 3, I thought was
Yeah,
some going. So,
absolutely.
As you say, at the end of the season, World Championship, a lot of snooker have been played. He wasn't quite there. Lost to Barry Hawkins second round, but he's in control here. He's 30-0 up with 35 on, and he snookered him. Oh.
Well, great way to win the frame in the end.
Well, it looked a pretty good escape, but that was in great pot. Could have done with a colour though, because, well, one snooker to tie. Oh. He's okay. I thought for a minute he was riding me on the pink. So, as I say, 27 on, 31 the difference.
2.
Well, that's a great angle on the green. He can stun him behind the brown here. Needs to try and get this white tight to the brown as well, to stop Mark from coming off the obvious cushion. No, he's done well. Has he gone a fraction far? Can Mark get down this left-hand side? I think he might be able to. It was unlucky there. It needed a good touch, and it wasn't far away. But this is fairly easy to hit. The only danger where there was if he glanced off the green and went in off. So still that one snooker needed here then. Of course that would be to force a respot unless Mark were to hit anything big. He's got all the shots, David, and look at that for thinking as well. That's a nicely laid snooker.
Well, he's played a lot of snooker as an amateur, I think, and we've already seen quite a bit of maturity from him. Well, it was a good hit, little fortuitous to get the full ball snooker. Doesn't help when you need snookers. Look at that.
It's not the good players you've got to sort out, you know, it's the lucky ones. Unfortunately, Henry was lucky and good at the same time. Or good and lucky, whichever, but he made his own luck, I can assure you. Yeah, this is not that easy to hit. Little pocket in the way to come off the side cushion, of course. I think the pink is just masking a chance to get there with side, so it's either top cushion or off 2 cushions. Well, he's going off the 1. He could easily miss this. And well, there you go.
Foul.
Yeah, Mark was a little bit lucky there to get that snooker.
4.
So I think that's just made the difference now. Well, the 4 points still needs to go on Mark Selby's scoreline. It should be 35-2, not 31-2. But there was 29 in it before. They only needed 1 snooker. So at the moment, the graphic is not correct. 2 snookers required here by Noppon.
This is what I was saying at the start, though. You know, 6 red snooker generally is much quicker, but a long battle for snookers is a long battle for snookers. Doesn't matter how many reds you started with, because none of the other rules have changed. It's the same game, just 9 fewer reds. They did experiment early on with the ball in hand after fouls and things like that, but they decided to keep it relatively traditional.
Well, our graphic is still wrong at the moment. Oh, he's put it up now. He's done it. Put another 50p in the meter, I think. But there's 30 points in it, 22 on, so still 2 snookers required here. It's a tie, but of course he could pop the brown, try and lay the snookers on the blue.
Yeah, we're about to find out, I think, when he's going to do that or not.
Seven.
Well, that's not bad. But he can't roll directly into the behind the pink. I think he's going to have to play a little half stun shot just to hold behind the pink. Of course, it's more difficult now with only 3 balls on the table rather than 4. Well, again, he needed to get that white tight to the pink there. Fairly easy to hit for Mark off the side cushion. Mind you, we've seen these miss before. Yes, well played. There's definite room behind the black for snookers. Needs to roll. Well, that was a great effort. He had a good angle there as well, just not hard enough. Of course, Mark, all he has to do really is just keep the blue away from the other two colours. Strong favourite for this fourth frame to lead 3-1.
Well, a definite chance now to kill it off once and for all. There's not many players really that get the better of him in a safety duel, and he's won this one, so he's going to be 3-1 up. No intervals, of course, here in the 6 reds. They carry on, but clearly Selby in the driving seat.
11. End of frame.
So Mark Selby goes 2 frames clear once again. Fans here wondering if there's going to be any local success this week. There might not be in this match. Noppon Saengkham has it all to do here. It's Mark Selby, the world number 2, who leads by 3 frames to 1. So Mark Selby 3-1 up here, first of 5 in this first of what will be for each of these 5 group matches. Top 4 from the 6-man group qualifies. So even if Noppon Saengkham does lose here, he's still got plenty of chances to get points on the board and qualify for the last 32 stage. Neil Robertson, he's the world number 1, of course. He only just came through his first match, 5-4 against Darren Morgan, former professional from Wales. That was played earlier on. We assume that Neil turned up in time to start after what happened in Germany when, of course, he stopped a frame for late arrival.
Well, another great pot, picked that one out nicely. Got the cannon slightly out of position. He still has a shot on the blue. Don't know whether he'll take it on though. Well, he might do. As he happens to look at the yellow, he's playing the blue. He might be able to get on that red that's down the table actually, to stun off the side cushion. I expect him to knock this in. Oh, he's let me down.
Mark Selby 1.
Well, he went full-blooded with the positional side, and he's just nudged those 2 reds open as well. So this is a great chance here for Noppon to claw one back.
One.
He's one of a number of Thai players that we've seen over the years, but none of them have hit the heights that James Watanabe did. World number 3, won 3 ranking titles. Still on the circuit.
Involved this week. Bit nice to see him again.
Yes, well, he's in a group, James, that includes Ricky Walden, Barry Hawkins and Steve Davis. That's an interesting one, Group H.
Well, Steve Davis won in his first match 5-1 against Andrew Paget. What a win that is. He's a good player, Andrew Paget. The wily old fox, isn't he, that Davis? Oh, got a slight kick there. Still got the red, but it hasn't run through for the black. That's unlucky.
Yes, could have done without that. It's hard enough match for him, this. Yes, Andrew Paget actually wasn't supposed to be in the tournament. Went out to support Mark Williams, and Saleh Mohammed from Afghanistan withdrew. So Andrew was called up to fill in the group because, of course, in a round robin, you need the group to be full. So what a bonus for him, although he has lost his first match, but just to be playing.
But I wonder if he's got his cue with him.
Well,
He might have wondered, because I mean, that's a good result for Steve there, but you would have put Andrew slightly favourite, and I'm just wondering whether he's had to borrow somebody else's cue.
Very possibly. Maybe Mark Williams's.
We shall find that out for you.
Rainbow. Noppon Saengkham 4.
Well, again, the safety has to be better than that. Just depends whether Mark's got a slight angle on this red to get out for possibly the blue or the pink, which he has. Well, again, one of those you would have expected him to knock in.
Yes, he's got a little bit scrappy. First two frames, Selby won very easily. Saengkham didn't pot a ball. But he's had a lot more table time since, and not out of this match yet, far from it. It's only 3-1. This can turn round.
1.
And he is back in. I mean, he was unlucky in the first place to get the kick.
Yes, he's got options here as well. The blue's fairly straight. He might be able to just pop this pink in and hold for this red. Oh, hang on. Oof, I just thought that was going to knuckle for a minute there.
7.
You're absolutely right, David. This is a good chance to get back into this match. Again, it doesn't matter what, you know, how long the frames are or how many frames it's over. If you've got a player that's playing quite well and then suddenly takes his foot off the gas slightly, we've seen it happen so many times before. Now it's all about position on this final red. Just come off the side cushion with the cue ball. Oh, it was slightly awkward cue, and he's taking his eye off the pot.
Noppon Saengkham 8.
And that might cost him this frame, because there isn't a difficult ball on the table here. Should have got that one really, even though he was hampered over the black.
The worst part, well, the worst part was missing, but the second worst part, you got great position. Played the positional element really well.
Could have been 3-2. Now it's looking like 4-1.
5. 7. 10.
I'd like to brought the white back a bit further, but it's very reliable with the rest. There you
14.
are. A lot of the top players are. I think it's just because they've been playing since they were so young and used to using the rest, because of course when you're small you need it quite a lot. So that miss looks like it's cost Noppon Saengkham this frame, and an important frame. It could have been 3-2, a little bit of pressure transferring to Selby. but in fact he needs this pink to leave 4-1.
25
And very efficiently punishes that mistake. So Mark Selby then just 1 frame away from winning his first group match here at the Saengkham 6 Reds World Snooker Championship here in Bangkok, Thailand. He leads by 4 frames to 1.
A stowaway. See, that's that break-off shot again, playing ball off the end red. Caught the brown this time, played it quite well the first time he played it. Well, a lot to do here then for Noppon, but Mark Selby in full control of this one.
Apart from anything else as well, it's some good practice for the likes of Selby. Some big tournaments coming up, the Shanghai Masters in a couple of weeks' time, the big international championship in China. Won't be that long before the UK Championship at the end of the year as well, so good chance to keep ticking over here.
It's a full calendar ahead for these boys this year. A new full ranking event in India and Delhi in a couple of months' time. Little mini butt on the back of the cue. Most of the boys have that sort of extensions and that now. We talk about the full butt and the half butt. They're obsolete, replaced by extended rests and spiders and whatever. It's great innovation actually when they came out, because it allows the player to play the shots with the same tip. And this is a great chance here for Mark Selby to win his match, his first match in this group. For him anyway, but still has the problem of the 3 reds on the top cushion. Can he leave an angle here to possibly nudge them? Well, that's obviously his intention. Now he'd like to just probably catch the middle one of the 3 here, or clip the left one first and try and push them towards the right corner. Well, he's got one of them out. Oh, that will do.
14.
So all he can do is sit and watch at the moment.
Well, that was a great effort there from Mark. He still has a pot on, but he might have gone a little bit more open. I don't know whether he'll drop for the black here. Will he go back for the pink or the blue? I think he's missed. Oh, I thought he'd missed it actually. Just thought it caught the cushion first, but it went in nicely on the pink. And if he gets on this red at the end of the table, he's still going to need that red on the top cushion. So often we watch this 6 reds, David, as well. It's either one in one visit. A lot of the frames do come down to that final red. We saw it last year. How many frames are won on that final red? It's either a clean frame, isn't it, with a good break, or it's just that last red.
Well, quite often, not in this frame, but quite often the last red sticks to the pink. So all the other reds are out in the open, but the last one is kind of holding on for dear life. Now then, this is effectively match ball coming up. 34 up with 35 on, so if this goes in, it's going to be Selby's point. I think that last frame was the killer, because Noppon Saengkham had a great chance to win it, and Selby's looked really relaxed making this break.
He looks in good nick, doesn't he? He looked okay in Germany. It was a good Ronnie O'Sullivan that put him out there. He's so consistent, this guy. I mean, he's looking good here this week as well. Okay, it's a long way to go in these group matches. They love their snooker here in Thailand. Love to see. Can't wait for the boys to come out and play.
44.
Well, I'm sure they would have loved a home win here, but Mark Selby too strong. Made a great start. Saengkham didn't pot a ball first 2 frames, and as I say, though, that last frame, that 5th frame, that could have turned things around, but it didn't. He missed that pink, and Mark Selby cleared up, and again here he's been pretty ruthless.
51.
It'd be a huge surprise if he wasn't in the knockout phase with 4 to qualify from 6. So it's a good start then for the world number 2. And a lovely break to finish. Look at that shot.
Selby
62 then, the highest break of the match, gives Mark Selby victory in the match. And Noppon Saengkham, I suppose he will reflect on what happened in the previous frame when he had a chance to trail just 3-2, but Selby cleared up there and made a nice break there. That's 62 in the last, so he wins the first group match. He's still got another 4 to come, but he's off and running here in Group B. That's Group B of the 8 groups in this World 6 Race Championship. That's the tail of the tape. Saengkham winning the 3rd frame, but didn't really make any impact on any of the others. Had that chance in the 5th, couldn't take it. So Mark Selby wins the first match here in this group by 5 frames to 1.